Welcome to the reading of the Times Reporter newspaper for Friday, April 9th. My name is Pam, and let's begin our coverage with the area deaths. Richard R. Rick Baker, 75, a lifelong resident of Dover, died Monday, April 5th in the Community Hospice Truman House following a 6-year battle with Lewy body dementia. Memorial services on Saturday, April 10th, beginning at 7 p.m. in the Tollin Herzig Funeral Home and Crematory, where friends will be received Saturday from 3 to 7. Richard M. Hersey, 90, of Newcomerstown, died Monday, April 5th at Mercy Medical Center. According to Richard's wishes, there will be no services. Francis C. Moser, 82, of Dover, passed away on Saturday, April 3rd, in the Park Village Health Care Center South Side. Funeral services will be held on Friday, April 9th, starting at 11 in the Grace Lutheran Church with Pastor Dan Cameron officiating. Internment will be at the Dover Burial Park. The family will be greeting friends on Thursday from 5 to 7 in the Tollin Herzig Funeral Home and Crematory at Dover. Due to COVID-19, masks and social distancing will be required. And that concludes the area death notices listed in the online edition of the Times Reporter. We'll now begin our broadcast with our first article today. Strasburg Village Council Meeting, April 6, by Barb Limbacher. Key action: Strasburg Village Council members approved 10 streets for paving this year. The cost will be about $200,000. Funds are available from the 0.5% village income tax that residents passed several years ago. Bids for work on Maple Avenue Northwest will be conducted in June. In other action, Herd plans are to install drainage basins at Franklin Park. Passed a resolution to enter into a contract with the Tuscarawas County engineer to purchase road salt for the winter months. Approve the purchase of new furniture for the new village hall, which will include desks, chairs, council chairs, and tables at a cost of $16,900. A flagpole at the cost of $755. The new counter for the billing department at $4,913, and Pioneer 360 to install the internet hardware for $9,000. Approved Wolf's Mowing to mow Franklin Park. There has been no interest from individuals for part-time work at the park. Inquired what council wants to do for a sign at the new village hall. They would like a digital sign installed. Amended the pay ordinance to include Nathan Canoff and Neil Dickerhoof, Water and Sewer Department employees that were omitted from the pay ordinance and are involved in a state mandate asset management. They will receive $4,000 each per year. Zender voted no. Passed an ordinance officially hiring Ted Foster as village zoning inspector. Passed an ordinance employing Van P. Walbrown as a part-time police officer effective April 7th. Heard a proposal to install a concession stand in a pavilion at the north end of Franklin Park. No action was taken, and more information will be obtained. Approved an agreement with Red Rhino amateur football team to use Franklin Park. The team posted a $750 bond and supplied liability insurance information. Passing an ordinance to award a contract to Dirt Dog Excavating of Ashland for installation of a water line from 3rd Street to 9th Street in the southbound lane of US 250. The cost of the project is $706,730. Dirt Dog was the lowest and most responsible bid for the project. And for other information, spring cleanup will be held April 13th. Items should be placed out with the trash and recycling. The American Legion will host a chicken barbecue from 10 a.m. until sold out on April 18th at Malkuth's parking lot on South Wooster Avenue. The cost is $8 for half of a chicken and French fries. The Legion had to buy a new tent at a cost of $1,139. The tent was vandalized while in storage. Discussed the legal description for Grandview Cemetery. Law Director Richard Fox said one piece of ground is not controlled by anyone. Fox is seeking deeds for all the cemetery property. The Village Income Tax Office will comply with the state and federal changes and move the deadline to May 17th. The Finance Committee will meet at 4 p.m. April 13th in the Village Hall on 5th Street Southwest. A Safety Committee meeting will follow at 5:15. A drive-through fish fry will be held at the fire station starting at 4 p.m. April 10th. A 2.5 mil levy will appear on the May 4th ballot for fire protection for the village and Franklin Township. If approved, the levy will provide 24/7, 365 days a year fire and emergency medical services coverage for the village and township. The Green Space Committee of Dreher, Briggs, and Burrier presented a proposal for the green space located at the former Marburger building. Plans include removing a section of fence near the Village Garden bulk food store, leaving an opening and slant a section of the fence to match the opposite side. Add cameras, install flowering trees, flower pots, and lights on the fence posts, possibly a gazebo and picnic tables. Mike Wolf of Wolf's Mowing and Landscaping submitted a drawing for review. It would cost $3,500. The next meeting will be April 20th at 6 p.m. in the School Administration Building at 140 North Bodmer Avenue. The new website shows Tuscarawas County job openings by John Baker. Commissioners were briefed Wednesday on a new website that allows job seekers to see all available job listings in Tuscarawas County. The Tuscarawas Jobs platform can be found at http://www.tuskcountymeansjobs.net/. It's more of a portal where students, parents, and job seekers can all start making some more informed decisions about what direction they want to go in their work search, says Jennifer Meek-Eels, Executive Director of the Stark Tuscarawas Workforce Development Board. She said it is a platform that was first used in Stark County. It really allows us to look at the trends associated with the companies and the job openings, she said. We found so much value in this system by making web access. Anybody can go in and utilize this portal. Not only is it valuable for guidance counselors advising students on career options, but it also can be used for economic development. Employers can use it to get a better idea of what other companies are paying their employees, she noted. Rishu Mahalaha, the consultant on the project, explained some of the features of the website to commissioners. According to the latest data for the site, there are about 2,800 job openings in the county, with the majority paying between $40,000 and $50,000 per year. The biggest number of openings are in the trucking industry. He said a lot of trucking companies along the I-77 corridor are looking to recruit people. These are good jobs, Mahala said. In Tuscarawas County, the number of job openings is going up in all categories except for the hospitality industry, he said. There are 94 job openings in manufacturing locally. The portal also shows where the jobs are located. New Philadelphia has 491 openings. Dover has 396. Yorksville has 177. Denison has 118. Newcomerstown has 118. Sugar Creek has 121. Strasburg has 146. And Bolivar has 130. Every second Wednesday at 11 a.m., Mahala will be providing a virtual half-hour briefing on Facebook on what is trending in Tuscarawas County based on the jobs that are coming through, ohiomeansjobs.com. Both Commissioners Al Landis and Chris Abul praised the new portal. Ohio has suffered from a brain drain for a long time, Landis said. The students coming out didn't think there were jobs available, that they had to go elsewhere to get these jobs. These good paying jobs. Having this portal available, they can see, hey, wait, I don't have to go to Silicon Valley. I can go here in Ohio. Water project nearing completion for Bolivar residents by Lori Feeney. Rebecca Hubble, speaking as the new village administrator, said the residential water meter installation is nearing completion and commercial meters not already installed will be put into place soon. She also assured residents all properties will be restored to their pre-installation condition by contract with Spano Brothers. Hubble replaced Maria App as village administrator during the April 5th meeting after resigning as mayor. According to Ohio law, Council President Tim Lang will fulfill Hubble's term as mayor until December 2023. Robert Lloyd was named new council president. More on water. One property still in question is on Ladney Avenue. Village solicitor Tara Timberlake said she sent a letter to the property owner regarding meter installation inside the home, as the owner has not yet complied with the project. Timberlake said the meter could be installed outside, but at significant additional cost. A return call was received from legal counsel, and Timberlake is working to resolve the issue. Reports. Lang reported for the Finance Committee, saying the village received a grant from PEP Insurance of $974 to replace the timing mechanism on the school zone lights at the intermediate school on Park Avenue. Bruce Lawver, street and alley chair, received permission from council to get quotes for paving a section of Sassafras Alley from Plains to Yant Streets. Last year, we got a little behind on getting quotes, and it caused some issues in getting the work done in a timely manner, Lawver said, explaining he needed immediate permission to accept the quotes. Mary Vincent, Safety Committee Chair, said the police department is in search of a part-time officer. A report generated by Chief Randy Haw said the number of police calls of all types are increasing. In the month of March, 80 calls were received, and in the first 4 days of April, 12 calls were placed. Vincent said the department currently has 3 part-time officers who work very minimal hours, and at this point in time, it has no auxiliary officers at all. Lloyd reported the Recreation Committee received a letter from Tusky Valley Basketball Softball Association asking to use Waterworks Field 1 and 2 this season. Lloyd approved the usage. In other action, Council approved payment to Wood Electric in the amount of $1,138.74 for repairing malfunctioning streetlights. A call was placed to ODOT to learn if the affected lights are still under warranty, in which case the village would be reimbursed. Council also approved a $514 quote from Spano Brothers to repair a storm drain on Bolivar Street and a road closure plan for the downtown area during Strawberry Festival June 16th through 19th and during the car show on July 24th. Legislative. Council heard the first reading of an ordinance to adjust late fees for water and trash payments to coincide with new monthly utility billing. The new water late fee will be $5 per month instead of $15 per quarter. The new late fee for trash will be $3 per month instead of $10 per quarter. In additional discussion, Lang commended Haw for being the first to arrive on the scene of a recent structure fire, and residents Dwayne Flickinger and Mike Hodderer for helping with the situation until firefighters came to the scene. I think it's part of what makes our little community so special, Lang said. Resident Chris Behrens raised concern about people speeding and parking on the street in the neighborhood of Buessler Avenue and East Street. She was particularly concerned about the safety of neighborhood children, as warmer weather brings more of them outdoors. The next meeting will be Monday, May 3rd at 7 p.m. at the Bolivar Fire Station. Patrons can sponsor lockers at Claymont. The Claymont Fundraising Committee is selling patron plates for the varsity lockers in the new Claymont Mustang Fieldhouse. We saw what Indian Valley did when they did their fieldhouse, said Beth Lind, Operations Director for Claymont Schools. The all-wood maple lockers are so pretty, and they are cheaper than the metal ones, and the way they are made has room for a little plate. Lind said it was a nice gesture to be able to name a locker after someone, and the idea was taken to the Claymont Fieldhouse project. The lockers may be purchased in anyone's name or in honor of a past relative, coach, or teammate. There are 70 lockers in total, with 30 still available, and they are selling fast, she said. The patron plate will show individuals' support, pride, and dedication to Claymont and its future athletes, and will remain for the lifetime of the Fieldhouse. The locker fundraiser is just one of many of the Claymont Fieldhouse. The committee is also raising money for its track, turf, and tennis courts. We're about halfway there for our large project, Lind said. Lentz said Claymont School levy funds aren't going to the field house. It's being funded through fundraising work. The locker sponsorship is $500. Those interested in purchasing the lockers may email Eric Henry at ehenry@claymontschools.org and should include their name, phone number, and all of the dedication information. Payments can be made by check or money order to Claymont Booster Club, attention Eric Henry, 4205 Indian Hill Road Southeast, Yerkesville, Ohio, 44683, or through Easy Pay, but registration is required at www.spseasypay.com/claymont/logon.aspx. If you are paying online, please note locker sponsorship and the dedication information, Lentz said. Subpoenas to be issued at Dover. Following its regularly scheduled meeting on April 5th, Dover City Council members at a committee of the whole meeting scheduled for 8 p.m. immediately went into exec session to discuss personnel matters. After the session ended, Council voted to subpoena records on 22 topics and for 7 city employees to be interviewed. Mayor Richard Hommerkhauser was not present at either the regular meeting or the special meeting, but did send a brief report to Council President Shane Gano. Council unanimously approved the following items be subpoenaed. All emails in the mayor's inbox sent mail folder or draft mail folder from January 1, 2020 to present. All emails sent from the mayor to his wife Linda Hommerkhauser from January 1, 2019 to present. All emails sent from the mayor to his son Nicholas Hommerkhauser from January 1, 19 to present. All emails sent from the mayor to his son Peter Hommerkhauser from January 1, 2019 to present. All emails sent from the mayor to any of Peter Hommerkhauser's current or former supervisors during the period they were his supervisor. Peter Hommerkhauser's personnel file. The use of spreadsheets, receipt books, and other documents relating to or concerning the mayor's officiating of letters. Laptop and other tech requisition requests from the mayor for his son, sons, or other family members in 2020. Any and all files in Jerry Rakowski's possession, custody, or control related to the concern of any investigation of any complaint from Peter Hommerkhauser. Any grievance file related to Peter Hommerkhauser. All call lists, solicitation lists, or email lists for the mayor's golf outing that are in the possession, custody, or control of any superintendent or director level employee. All emails received by any superintendent or director level employee from Nicholas Hommerkhauser. All emails received from any superintendent or director level employee for Linda Hommerkhauser. All emails sent to the mayor's wife, Linda Hommerkhauser, by any superintendent or any director level employee. The audit trail for purchases requiring the mayor's approval from January 2020 to present. All statements for the mayor's credit card from January 2020 to present. All memorandums sent from the mayor to any superintendent or director level employee from January 1, 2020 to present. The minutes of the City Planning Commission from January 2020 to present. A copy of any signed labor or employment agreements the mayor signed in 2020. All emails to or from any Dover Chemical employee from Mayor Hommerkhauser. All communications with directors or superintendents regarding responses to public record requests from August 2020 to present. A copy of security video for all persons entering council chamber during business hours on March 12th. Council also unanimously approved 7 Dover City employees to be subpoenaed. The employees are Scott Jurlis, Director of Parks, Recreation, and Shade Tree Services, Trevor Clark, Water Wastewater Department Superintendent, Charlie Stahl, Superintendent of Electric Distribution, David Felipe, Light and Power Plant Superintendent, Jason Hall, Light and Power Plant Assistant Superintendent, Mike Bircher, General Service Assistant Superintendent, and Kenny Young, General Service Superintendent. According to Gano, the list of employees to subpoena was based on feedback provided by Ulmer and Bernie, a law firm hired by council to help resolve any personnel issues. Gano will work with the law firm to get the subpoenas out. I wouldn't classify these employees as being uncooperative, Gano said. Based upon the recommendation of the law firm, that was the most appropriate avenue for those particular employees. Open hearings will be held April 14th and 15th for the subpoenaed employees to speak on issues related to city management. We will call those 7 employees listed, and we will ask questions related to issues under their authority or control. Then we'll go from there, based off of their response, Gano said. The hearings will be about 6:30 p.m., but a firm time has not yet been set. Gano deferred questions to Ulmer and Bernie about what specific findings caused the council to select those particular individuals for subpoena. Although in a later email, Gano said the firm would probably not be commenting further at this time. I have not been present during a lot of those interviews. They're the ones that have been heading it up to that point. Those were their recommendations, he said. According to Gano, issuing the subpoena is the best route. Under Ohio Revised Code, City Council has the authority to call officers of the city in to ask questions of them about issues under their management. Gano said that this is, in essence, what they are doing by issuing the subpoena. The focus of many of the subpoenas was on the mayor's family. It was based upon information that has been provided to council during the voluntary interviews by some of the employees we've already interviewed, Gano said. Dover resident Brian Hanner delivered remarks to council at their regularly scheduled meeting prior to the executive session and special meeting held at 8 p.m. Hanner asked council expand their investigation to include a look at themselves. I need to start by applauding this body for the heavy lifting that they have undertaken in February and March to launch the inquiry into the well-being of the executive operation of our city government, Hanner said. It isn't a popular decision, but it was the right thing to do. I come before you tonight to ask you as members of council to consider expanding that investigation. Hanner referenced the period of 9 months before this body had an epiphany that there was something amiss in our city government. Hanner told council that members of the public in attendance at council meetings last summer and fall had witnessed the mayor sitting for extended periods of time with his eyes closed and completely withdrawn from participating in the proceedings. I'm going to join with many of our citizens who want to know from you, what did you know and when did you know it, Hanner said. After Hanner heard Councilmember Don Maurer comment at an earlier meeting that Maurer was tired of receiving information at the 11th hour pertaining to issues council needed to vote on, Hanner asked the council to look at their own practices. He also took issue with a vote in 2015 that, in the span of a month after the mayor was reelected, placed a levy on the ballot that raised property taxes. It was a problem Hanner felt should have been foreseen prior to the election. In other actions, council adopted several resolutions. Council unanimously passed Emergency Resolution 521 to name the dedicated alley on the north and west side of 924 West Tuscarawas Avenue from Carl Avenue to West Tuscarawas Avenue and Dave Warther Drive. Ordinance 821 was approved, amending Chapter 1145 of the Dover Codified Ordinances by the addition of subsection 114504 to prohibiting intermodal shipping containers from residential districts. Ordinance 921 was approved, amending Dover Codified Ordinance Chapter 1327 of the Housing Code to provide additional standards and due process. Held for further reading was a resolution to recognize, commend, and thank Todd Stanley for his years of dedicated public service as an employee with the Dover Fire Department, and a similar resolution thanking Mike Bott for his years of service with the Dover Cemetery Department. Also held was an emergency ordinance authorizing the Dover Service Director to sell unneeded equipment through a variety of means, including selling items as scrap. Upcoming meetings include the open hearings scheduled for April 14th and 15th, and the next regularly scheduled council meeting on April 19th. Well, friends, that concludes the reading of the Times Reporter newspaper for Friday, April 9th. This is Pam saying thank you for allowing me into your house today. Stay safe until we meet back here again. Be blessed.